So let's look at the bank reconciliation tab sheet for a minute. Right now I'm on bank reconciliation 1, which is month 1. And to be honest, this is a situation where it's pretty manual. Okay, so in the next version, I'm going to try to make it less manual, but there's always going to be some manual operation to a reconciliation, no matter how sophisticated the accounting system is. Up here you see that we have the month. So this is suggestion of beginning by adjusting your books. And over here, the book adjustments, deposits on the statement not booked. You'd have to have, for example, your bank statement printed out and go through the bank statement deposits. And also you'd have to go back to your month 1 items to see in that month if everything there was booked. Now, when you're doing this, I have a cleared bank column where you can X out or check off. Basically, you're going to X out when a check clears or a deposit clears. Okay, so that you'll have a situation where things that are unchecked means that it hasn't cleared, or getting back to the reconciliation page, month 1, it could be that you double posted something as well. So all of that is covered here in your book adjustments. Okay, you have your closing balance in your books for the cash, and then you go through all of these things, and cash in is what the total that you would have to add, and then cash out, and these are self-explanatory. Like bank fees not booked, you'd have to book them. Cash out, and then the total reconciled. This will equal, when you're done over here, when you're doing the reconciliation, you add in deposits not on the statement. Maybe you deposited it the last day of the month. It didn't clear the bank until the following month. Things like that. All right. You have a subtotal, deduct checks, cash out not on statement. So checks that haven't cleared, maybe there was a debit that was on that you booked that actually didn't go through until the next month. So you don't enter these things here. You don't enter these things here. Where you enter them is below. So we have checks not on bank. And again, you're going to see the yellow here. So that's going to take care of it. So you got the check numbers that aren't on your bank statement with the amounts. It'll total up and bring it up here. The same here, deposits, total up. It'll bring it up on top. Over here, we've got a number of items. Deposits not booked, the total will go up. And it's the same all the way through. Okay, checks cleared but not booked, that will go up here for checks cleared not booked. So you'll have a total, and the total here, and then reconciled should equal your reconciled over here. Now, quite frankly, this is the way you'll see it done when you get a number of bank statements. They will have a page that lets you reconcile. You can use that. You can use this. Some of the bank reconciliations actually seem a little simpler than this. But again, as I'm saying, this is somewhat manual because you're going to print out the bank statement, and you may have to go back and forth with the monthly cash account in order to make this balance. And then again, if you made any cash transactions on your general journal month, I do not have a column for cleared because it was really set up for things that don't affect cash, although there are times you, like a credit card, you're going to have to put the cash in here. So you want to make sure that you do something like maybe highlight the ones that cleared, just so you can keep track of that. All right. So get a little creative, print out your bank statement. You'll have to go back here and input data down here. And, that's the only way you could do it right now. And I don't see any way that it can't totally be non-manual. And even things like QuickBooks, you got to go through everything and check off the things that cleared. All right, although they do have a way of putting things side by side, maybe at some point I can develop that here too, but that's a much more sophisticated method of doing your bank reconciliations, and you're going to pay a ton of money for QuickBooks as well. So anyway, that's you don't have to use this page. It's there for you if you want. When you get this system, the bank recs tab may be hidden, may not be. I'm inclined to hide it, but we'll see. All right. So anyway, that's it. It is manual. It takes a little work. It is also a system, for someone that doesn't need to make a ton of entries. It's not for a multi-million-dollar business. That in and of itself is going to make reconciliation a lot easier when it's a smaller amount of transactions. So thank you for your patience, and I will talk to you soon, at least through video when you go back and start reviewing all of these. So have a great day. Just a little postscript to all of this. I had said to you, during the reconciliation, if in your general journal entries you had a cash entry, you'd have to obviously account for that too in a reconciliation and go to this page, maybe do a highlight on the date or the entire line. And something I said where, like, if you did a credit card, you'd have to show the payment in cash. Well, not necessarily, because you could have the credit card statement before you pay anything, account for all of your charges, and then the account name for the credit card could be right there, could be credit card payable. And that's really the way to do it. I don't know what I was thinking when I said, you got to have a cash payment. You go through your credit card, maybe there's office supplies on it, auto repairs on it, whatever you've got, whatever you're buying on the credit card. And then you make a general journal entry, and all of those charges become credit card payable. Then when you actually make the payment, when you do the disbursement, we go to the month, and that now becomes the account name, then goes to cash out is the total amount you're paying, and the account then becomes credit card payable. And if you're paying the whole credit card off, it'll wipe out that balance. Okay, so that's the way to handle it. And I apologize. I decided rather than go back and redo that, I would just explain to you. It could be done the other way, but then if you're doing bank reconciliations with this, it's gonna make it a little bit tougher. Anyway, thank you. I apologize for that, and just gives you a little more insight. Thanks.